joined by Cooper Bean. So Keene State's played 15 games so far, many of those coming down in South Carolina. They won 5 of those 15. It's a very young Owls team led by second-year head coach Justin Blood. It has a lot of freshmen on it, a lot of sophomore players, and it's also a bit of a rebuilding season for this team, but one that they hope can result in a playoff spot in the LEC postseason. However, they have dropped 3 consecutive games entering today. So now I turn to my broadcast partner, Cooper Bean. What can the Owls do today to earn their first home win over Salem State?
Yeah, so Keene State, as mentioned, is a young team this season. One of the freshmen who has stepped up is Hamilton Barnes, who's been flying around the base paths. He's perfect on stolen bases at 5 for 5 so far, and has also been very good at the plate early on, with an average of 289 and an OPS of 725 in just 45 at-bats. It's also been a great start offensively for another freshman in Jonathan Chatfield, who launched his first home run against RPI. He supplies a lot of power in this lineup, with an impressive 477 slugging and a solid 273 average. Not just young talent on this team. The Owls have upper-class leadership as well, with fifth-year outfielder Brendan Eaton making his comeback this season after an injury sidelined him much of last year. He supplies some power with a bat, as he showed just over a week ago against RPI. He's making a stand with his team, leading 9 RBIs. The Vikings have had a very rough go at the plate this early season. They enter 2-10, having lost 7 in a row entering today. They're led by head coach Andrew Gummo, a Keene State baseball alum himself, former catcher. They met Keene State down in South Carolina on March 13th and fell 9-3 in that one. They're led by junior catcher Edward Field, who's off to a hot start at the plate with 16 hits and an average of 372.
And this lineup, it also features some pop. The Vikings have had 4 players who've hit at least 1 home run so far, but the results just haven't panned out as well. They've struggled on the other side of the ball pitching. They enter today with a team ERA of 8.27. That's been a massive problem on their side. First pitch is coming up momentarily here on the Owls Media Network. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back here at Owl Athletic Complex. On the mound today for the Owls, it's Patrick McKeegan. He's 3-0 on the year, has not allowed a run yet. So we're getting set to get going here. The 2023 home opener from Keene State. 5-10 on the year. And again, kind of a rebuilding year for them, but they are already kind of in a better spot they were a year ago.
Yeah, a lot of new players on the team this year. A lot of potential on the field, on the mound, on the bases. We'll see how it goes today.
And also against the kind of struggling Salem State team as well. So
yeah, a lot of momentum Keene State could build from a win today.
So we get ready. Pitchers takes his final warm-up pitches here.
Looks pretty locked in, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, McKeegan's gone 6 1/3 innings, scoreless. He's 3-0 as mentioned, but a lot of that work's been out of the bullpen, and that's what he was doing a lot of down when the team was down in South Carolina.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a challenge for a reliever to kind of take over a starting position, so we'll see how that transitions today, but he seems to have a lot of potential, seems to be doing all right for himself.
And he's one of the many young faces on this team, as this is really head coach Justin Blood's kind of first big recruiting class that he has, and there is that young presence on this team. So as we get ready to get going here, As into the box steps Owen Duggan to lead off for Salem State.
Pretty good stats on the line today. We got a 310 average. We'll see if he shows up at the plate today.
Duggan playing left field. And here it is, your first pitch of the home season. It is on the ground, second base. Barnes fires onto first in time, and there's one down.
What a good way to start the game.
One pitch, one out.
Quick and easy.
This almost reminds me of MLB spring training at this point. A lot of guys swinging on the first pitch.
Yep.
So now here's the center field, number 24, Bobby Jellison.
Seems to be struggling a little bit here today, but we'll see what he can do. First pitch.
Yeah, it's in there, called strike one. Comes the 0-1. That's on the ground to third, and it gets through to the shortstop. Fire onto first, not in time. Nice
speed.
Yeah, good speed there, and a good effort at first base by Josh Beon to try to scoop it. And the throw is just a little late anyway.
Yeah, pretty tough play he had to make there. It was a 50-50 shot, I'd say, if he was going to make that. He ran it out.
So Salem State got a man on first and one out. And here's Jake Boucher steps up to the plate, the second baseman for the Vikings. Check back on the runner at first, back in safely.
Clearly has some speed, so he might be a threat on the bases today.
Yeah. The first pitch from McKeegan. Outside, ball one. See Dion trying to hold that guy on first.
Getting a little bit of a lead there. We'll see if he makes a move.
And that's in, called strike one. So the count runs to 1-1 now.
Another throw back.
And he's back in safe.
I do wonder if the runner on first is getting a little bit of pressure built for McKeegan on the mound today.
Yeah, maybe, they come in seeing his ERA, and again, Salem State really, really struggling just as a team, probably trying to manufacture as much as they can. That's lined through for a base hit. So Boucher is on, and now a little bit of trouble brewing here for the Owls.
Yeah, some solid contact forming.
Couple men on and only one out. And stepping up now, this will be Edward Field, as we mentioned in the pregame, the catcher, but honestly doesn't look too much like a catcher. He's not quite built like one.
And he's got some pretty impressive stats so far, 372 average and just 43 at-bats. He's pretty on fire if you ask me.
Yeah, he seems to be offensive, very good at the plate. Offensive focus kind of, and that pitch misses, ball one.
We'll see if he has a moment to shine here. He has a very good moment to get some runs in for his team.
That one swung on, popped up. Will it stay fair? No, it's going to go foul, well foul, and out of play. So the count runs to 1-1. Kind of tough to see over in that direction, but it got well out. Here's a 1-1 from McKeegan. Cut on him, miss, strike two.
Pretty good pitch. He seems to be settling down a little bit. You can see the runner at second base is getting quite the lead, though. He is quite fast, as we mentioned.
He's inching to get over there to third.
Yeah. A single will easily score him.
And that one's chopped foul, kind of a corkscrew there.
Yeah, just swinging to stay alive.
Yeah, this is always a tough spot for the hitter, but got to try to battle to stay alive and
find your pitch.
First inning can also be tough on the pitcher, too. As another 1-2.
Outside.
First and second, one out. 2-2 count to the catcher as he grounds one. This could be two. To second for one, on to first. Relay not in time. But they do get the middleman. Believe that was Boucher there in the middle. So Boucher out at second.
We do have Jellison on third base, though. He's quite fast, so any bloop could easily score him here. Seeing some pressure build up for the pitcher here.
Yeah, and they got their number 5 man, Devin Fugin, up. His teammates trying to get that RBI, and that's misses ball 1.
He has a 41 slugging, so he does have a little bit of power at the plate today. We'll see if he capitalizes on that.
Yeah, definitely makes a lot of contact. Not an easy guy to strike out. Misses high, ball 2. And that one
that hit him.
Apparently hit him, and it did.
Bases loaded now.
Bases juiced. Just trying to put out this early fire is Patrick McKeegan. Get out of this inning without allowing a run. And while Salem State has struggled, it really hasn't been kind of the offense early on. First pitch on the ground, foul. It'll stay foul indeed.
Yeah, this is almost, not really like Salem to have a productive first inning like this, so
yeah,
we'll see where it takes them. Keene does have 2 outs, so looking to get out of this pretty quickly here.
And ahead 0-1 as well. On the batter as that one's lined, and it'll get by. Or no, it's in front of the left fielder. Throw going into third. He's going to be out.
They do get the run in, though.
That's going to be 2 runs, though, yes. Those 2 runs will count. So Salem State jumps out in front early, 2-0. And the Owls will be coming up here the home half of the first. Keene State trailing 2-0. All right, on the mound today for Salem State, that's number 32, Jake Usenia. He's 1-0 with an 8.68 ERA. So, again, as we went into the game talking about the struggles for this Salem State team, not really being the offense as they did get 2 early on, but just the pitching's been somewhat of a struggle, but he'll look to turn that around today as Keene State comes up. Their first home at bat here will go to the center fielder, Tommy Ehlers, who's had a very good first part of the season.
Yeah, Jake Usenia, he does have a very interesting stat line. ERA 8.68, but he does have that 1 win. So we'll see where that takes him today.
Yeah, I take it much like Keene State starter McKeegan. He works a lot out of the bullpen. So here is Tommy Ehlers, the leadoff man for Keene. Called strike one, and we are underway in the bottom half of inning number 1. Good take there. Count even at 1-1. Grounded hard, but foul.
Ehlers is quite the threat on at the plate. He does have a 313 average, so not a quiet bat on this team here.
That one's lined over the head of the third baseman into left field, a leadoff single. Ehlers will take a wide turn around first, but he will hold up.
And that's what you like to see by the leadoff hitter, just a nice single like that to get things going.
Yeah, get a little rally started here, get those 2 runs back. And now here is Hamilton Barnes, the second baseman for the Owls. Owls in their home reds today. Barnes takes a cut at the first pitch and pops it up. Third baseman over, he'll make the catch. Quickly, 1 away.
Not exactly what you like to see here, but we got some momentum still.
Yeah. So here's Jonathan Chatfield. He's got the lone home run for this Keene State Owls team this season. Check back on the runner. First ball gets away. And headed over to second is Ehlers. So throwing it around a bit there for Salem, and that'll cost them a base.
That's pretty fortunate for Keene after that first pitch pop-up.
Yeah, you'll definitely take that. I mean, it basically works as a sacrifice essentially.
Yep.
And still no pitch has been thrown, so. And he takes ball 1.
You see Ehlers taking a pretty big lead off a second here. Like to see the confidence in that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not playing him on too much. Now the shortstop coming over a bit. Might as well take that space if you got it. That one in there, strike 1. Looked a bit outside over here, but nonetheless, it is 1-1. There's another 1-2 Chatfield. Ball 2. Count 2-1. And that home run to to right field for Chatfield was powered over against RPI.
We'd love to see one of those today.
Yeah. Tie this game right now.
Oh.
Big cut there. Home run cut.
He was trying right there.
Yeah. You look at Chatfield, I mean, he's definitely built, but not a guy that you would expect on first glance to be hitting home runs that far over the right field wall, but sure enough. And he grounds that one foul.
Well, they did put him in the third lineup spot for a reason here. He does have that power.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely drive in those guys ahead of him.
Man on second, this is the type of position you want to see this player in here, so.
And you got Bion on deck. I mean, that's typically position first base you expect to get a lot of results out of, and obviously batting cleanup today. Salem State wanted that one, but they will not get it. The count will run full.
Close pitch there. Big moment here for Keene in the first inning.
Yeah, if it's anything close, you got to swing here to protect. 3-2, and not close there. That'll be ball 4.
He'll gladly take that walk here as we get the cleanup batter.
Yeah, it'll be Josh Bion, who's had his struggles early on in the year, but feels like he's starting to get it together. As up to about 158 now in terms of average.
Which doesn't sound like much, but compared to what his average used to be, it's quite the big increase here.
Yeah, he's starting to get his confidence back, and he takes ball 1. Yeah, and you just think, too, early on in the season, I mean, you struggle like that, and eventually it starts to get to your head. It can, at least. But The 1-0. They get the call. That's strike one.
Looked a little high, but yeah, I mean, easily that mental struggle can happen when you start to do poorly, but he seems to have overcame that, and he's starting to build some confidence up. You love to see that in the player.
The 1-1, foul back into the foul screen there. Here it is. Pop foul again, and that'll get into the seats.
Looking for his pitch here, fighting to stay alive. Something he can hit here.
Yeah, 1-2. Kind of still a tough count for the hitter, but
seems to be kind of the count he's been in most of the season so far, but
the 1-2 again.
Another
foul ball.
3 straight fouls right back.
Yeah, that one went over to the lacrosse / field hockey field. Right behind us.
See if he throws him something different here.
And that was fouled off again. Looked like he just missed it at first, but he did get a piece of it to stay alive.
Again, straight back. Kind of seeing the same attack approach by the pitcher here.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to put him away, trying to find something is Usinia, but
you can see the contact he's making, the improvements he's been making here.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all it takes. Is here's another 1-2. Line, that's going to be foul, though, down the right field line.
That was some good contact, though. He's looking for his pitch here. He's starting to find it.
Yeah, you just got to hang around sometimes, and eventually you can wear the pitcher down. He's trying to do that to Usinia right now. Here's the 1-2 once again. Usinia checks the runner, fires back, and that one fouled away.
Another one straight back.
It's got to be, I think, like 5 or 6 fouls in a row right now.
Yep.
Good battle here.
Building the pitch count up for the opposing pitcher here.
Yeah, this might be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Here it is again. Fouled away again.
You know, regardless of the outcome of this at-bat, he's working the pitcher here, so even if he gets out, I'd say that's pretty productive at-bat.
Yeah, that was the 7th straight foul ball there. So that was indeed the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Here's another 1-2. Popped up. Infield fly in effect, and that'll be 2 away. Shortstop makes the catch.
Again, you know, even though he was out, that was a pretty good at-bat. Worked the pitcher a lot there.
Yeah,
like to see that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, 11 pitches there. You'll definitely take that. Drives the pitcher's count up. And
left fielder, number 17, Nathaniel Hudson.
so now the Nathaniel Hudson stands in. It's 282. In 39 at-bats on the year, and he takes strike one.
Yeah, a lot of these young guys showing a lot of potential. Got some pretty good averages here and a pretty few amount of at-bats, if you ask me here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a... Here's that pitch. Ooh, fouled off himself. So that's 0-2. And Hudson will take a minute to compose himself. Umpire granting him that time as he walks over to Usinia. And he'll inspect the baseball here, just make sure things playable. Maybe check on the spider tack. Maybe not. Just kidding, but
on the brim of his hat there.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So here it is, 0-2. Outside, ball 1.
Hudson seems to be fine after that. After that foul ball right off his foot there.
Yeah, definitely good to see. Those can be nasty for players a lot of times. Usinia brings home the 1-2. Just fouled away. It's a little early on that cut. Just got a piece of it.
A lot of these Keene State batters are fighting to stay alive, though, getting a lot of pitches out of the pitcher here.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely working his pitch count. Couple guys on with 2 out. Trying to get that first run home at least. Usinia looks back on the runner, fires home. Popped foul. See, it doesn't appear they'll have a play, and it's right over us.
Keene State almost in a similar position as Salem was in their first at-bat here. Looking to get those runs back.
Yeah, Salem, to their credit, they were able to cash through there. 2-run single into right field. Left field, excuse me. Here's another 1-2. Popped up again. This time it appears there will be a play at third base, and they got it. So Usinia works around some early trouble as the Owls sure in 2. We'll be right back in just a moment here on the Owls Media Network. Keene State down.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
In their 2023 home opener. And leading off for Salem State will be number 15, Derek Angel. Angel playing third base today. Made a couple catches there in the first inning.
Hasn't played a whole ton, but we'll see if he can show some magic here.
This might sound kind of funny, but I get some kind of Bo Bichette.
Oh, with the hair
I
flow?
think it's just the hair flow.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Definitely not the stance, but I mean, see if he can rip it like the shortstop, and he grounds one to third, bobbled there, and that's going to be probably an infield single. We'll see. Angel reaches first base, so he's on to lead off the inning. That was bobbled there over at third by Chatfield, as McHugh tried to back him up, but he couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, starting to see some uneasiness on the left side of the field there.
Yeah. Fires back into first, and Angel back in there safely.
I think the hair flow is getting to Keene here. Wouldn't be baseball without hair like that, right?
No. So, yeah, here's Chris Simone now for Salem State as he took ball 1, so count even at 1-0.
Still looking for his first hit here.
And there is no pitch clock here, so that one fouled back right over us. There is no pitch clock here, so you don't have to worry about automatic balls and strikes if you watch Major League Baseball. But Owls getting an arm going already in the bullpen, although cannot tell who it is, as he has his warm-up jacket on still.
Not to say that McKeegan is out of this game yet, but it's safe to have someone warmed up just in case. Here.
Yeah. Well, McKeegan usually, when this team was in South Carolina and Myrtle Beach over spring break a couple weeks ago, they didn't really use him as too much as a starter, more as a long reliever, so he can give you a few innings. But just in case he can, as that one grounded foul. foul.
Yeah, they might not keep him in this game too long, since he was a reliever. He can throw some innings, but not necessarily as much as a starting pitcher is used to here. So
Yeah, almost the idea kind of the opener, which was really started by the Rays a bunch of years ago in Major League Baseball, is here's the 2-2, misses low, and we have a full count.
yeah, the Rays being a very strategic MLB team, you see that being copied by a lot of these other teams here, which is a good strategy in my opinion.
Yeah, you have to be creative as throwback to first. You have to be creative if you're a team like the Rays with as little a payroll as they have, and it's worked for them to their credit to a large degree. As
Just like the movie Moneyball there.
Yeah. And he rings him up, strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Patrick McKeegan as he rings up Chris Simone. And there is one away. Big strikeout there for McKeegan. You walk him and you have first and second, nobody out. And that could always spell trouble.
Definitely building some confidence for him, though. It's always nice, for the pitcher to get that first strikeout here.
Yeah. Yeah, and he got him looking, too. So here's Ortega standing in for Salem. He looks at ball 1. Brahim Ortega pops one up, but that's going to get out of play, foul.
That first inning for McKeegan, he gave up his first 2 runs of the season here.
Yeah, he's worked this. If he can retire Ortega here, that'll be 8 innings worked on the year. As runner goes, Ortega hits one in the air to right field. It looks like Eaton's going to be under that. He'll make the catch, and it's 2 away.
Kind of a bounce back inning here for McKeegan, 2 quick outs here. Like to see that after a bit of a shaky first inning, but
yeah, from this vantage point, it almost looked like that ball was going to go further than it did. Not a lot of carry, though. I mean, this is a deep ballpark.
Oh, yeah, this is like MLB-size ballpark here. 410 center field.
I mean, it's deeper.
Yeah.
And another first pitch swing. This one popped up to the second baseman Barnes. Does he see it? He does. Makes the catch. And that will end the top of the second inning. So much better inning there from Patrick McKeegan. And we'll be back in just a few here on the...
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
All right, we're back here in the bottom half of the second inning from Owl Athletic Complex. Always good to have baseball back, and didn't exactly expect it to be ready on March 28th, especially just 2 weeks ago when we had that big storm up here, but thankfully it's worked out well.
Oh, yeah, New Hampshire weather is always uncertain here. Might be a rain out this Saturday for Keene State, but we shall see, I guess.
Yeah, if you want the weather to change in New England, they always say just wait a minute. That's what usually happens, and that's what's happened this year. And Brandon Eaton stepping in now, the 5th year.
The veteran at the plate here.
Yeah. Recorded that second out of the last inning, and he swings and misses as that one got the umpire. He says he's okay.
Didn't start off the season with amazing numbers here, but he's making the comeback. Leads the team in RBIs with 9.
Now looks at ball 1 in the dirt. So Usinia back out for Salem State. Got in some trouble there in the first inning. First and second one out, was able to work out of it. And that's on the ground right back to the pitcher. Usinia fires to first in time, and there's one away very quickly. So standing in here, this will be McHugh for the Owls, Evan McHugh. And McHugh playing shortstop today. First pitch, high ball one. As we get to the bottom half of the order here, McHugh batting 7th. Zena and Callie will follow if we get to Callie. And he looks at ball 2. (2-0) in there, strike one. And you got to think early on, if you're Keene State, they forced some good at bats there in the first inning. That one in there, strike 2.
Yesenia not really seeming like he's throwing a lot of strikes here, more relying on Keene State's pop outs and ground outs here.
Yeah. He does like to work quick and winds up again. 2-2. Misses. At full count.
I'm sure McHugh would love to take the walk here. We shall see.
And he lines one into center field, a base hit.
Even better.
We'll take that, and there's another hit for the Owls. That's their second of the game. So now stepping in will be Shea Zena. And Zena has 8 at-bats on the year. No hits so far.
So when we're batting, it switches the at-bat and hits and whatever to this.
It is nice to see the bottom of the lineup have some production here, though, so we'll see if we can build off that momentum, get his first hit here.
Yeah, Zena has taken 3 walks on the year, so he has gotten on base and misses for ball 1.
I'd say if anyone on the team could hit it 410 to center, it's definitely this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, Zena not in the field this afternoon, hitting in the DH spot. And he grounds one. This could be 2 to third. To second for 1. On to first. That will be 2.
That's 2 outs.
So Usinia continues to be very stingy here against the Owls early on, to his credit. And we will head to the top of the third. Owls still down 2-0.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
All right, welcome back. We are back here in the top half of the third inning as Patrick McKeegan back out there for his third inning of work. Throw goes into second, and we are ready to get back going again. So it'll be number 24 leading off for Salem State, and that is Bobby Jellison. Jellison with his second at-bat of the game.
Seems like Keene State put down that relief pitcher. They were warming up.
Yeah, they got him going. I think with the trouble that McKeegan got in the first and did let the leadoff man on in the second, but that was quieted down very quick, and he got out of it.
He had a nice bounce back inning. We'll see if he can capitalize on that momentum here.
1-0, ball 2. And Jellison will take strike 1.
Oh, okay. It just hadn't updated it there. That's wireless. Sometimes the receivers are.
2-1 from McKeegan, grounded foul. And he's worked it back even now to 2-2.
He does seem like more of a strikeout pitcher than his teammates here. We'll see if he can get another K here.
Yeah, he's got one. Got his first strikeout last inning. 2-2 on the ground. That'll get past McKeegan. Barnes cannot field it, and that might be an error on Hamilton Barnes, but we'll see.
Seems to be a lot of infield uneasiness by Keene State here early in the game here.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle. See, that might go. It does look like that's going to go as an error, so that'll be an E4 on Hamilton Barnes at second base.
A lot of these guys are young, like we said, so still getting used to the college level here.
Yeah, you definitely got to expect that and throw back to first, back in safely. Yeah, you got to expect that, obviously, if you're Coach Blood. There's going to be some errors early on in the year, or basically midway through the year now. McKeegan, and that one fouled away. So
how quick the time flies here, though. Already almost halfway through the year, and it's only March.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it feels like it's really just the beginning of the year because this is the first opportunity we've had to call a game here. Feels more like a true opening day as here's the second pitch, swung on and missed.
Looks like it got the catcher a little bit there, but he seems to be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, Cowley had to shake it off there at the plate for a moment, but he appears to be all right. The umpire giving him another second.
No violations here.
No. It's the second at bat for Boucher, and he reached in the first inning. He was one of the two runners there. In fact, he did come around to score, I believe. And that one grounded softly. Fielded at third. Throw to first. Nice pick there. And he's out. Yeah, they do rule him out. The ball came out at the end from the glove there of Beon, but they rule it was on the transfer. So he will be out.
That was a pretty solid play there. You know, he had to choose between going for the double play or getting that out at first there. I think he made the right play.
Yeah, that was a good pick there by Josh Beon. Oftentimes you see that ball, especially, D3, you see that ball skip away. First pitch swinging, grounded foul. And the second time through the order here for Salem State is Edward Field back up. Next pitch, misses for another ball.
Salem, quite the loud team on the dugout here.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely hear them with being right under us. That one lined right at Brendan Eaton in right field. He makes the catch. Runner will stay put at second, and there are two outs. So loud out number 2. But it is an out, and up now for the Vikings will be Devin Fuigan, excuse me.
2 quick outs for McKeegan, though, after that first little bit of uneasiness there.
Yeah, he's let the leadoff runner on in the last 2 innings, but trying to work out of it again. That one will be lined to center field. Runner coming around third. Throw coming in is going to be cut off, and he will stay at third. So it appeared there that runner was going to be coming around to try and score Bobby Jellison, but he held up.
Yeah, great throw in by him there, keeping the runner at third.
Yeah, Beon doing his job, cutting that throw off. So a big chance here again for Salem State. Runners first and third with 2 out.
Looking for that last out here.
Yeah, McKeegan trying to get out of trouble yet again. And that one fouled away. Cowley's been taking a bit of a beating back there. He gets one fouled off him again. And that's such is the life of being a catcher. But Yeah, this is the second at bat for Bourgeois, number 20. And Bourgeois fouls one back, foul.
I don't know if it's just me, but there seems to be a lot of foul balls here in this game today. Majority of them going straight back.
Yeah, Salem State has they're definitely swinging early in the counts. Taking advantage. If McKeegan's throwing stuff over the plate, I mean, why not take a hack at it early on? Here's the 0-2. Cut on a miss. Big strikeout there for Patrick McKeegan, and he gets out of trouble once again. Another Houdini act as we head to the bottom half of the third. Keene State coming up, down 2-0.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
We are back here, bottom half of the third. It'll be 9-1-2 up here for Keene State. Evan Cowley, the catcher, will lead off as Usinia gets his last few warm-up pitches in here.
Keene State's pitcher McKeegan with 2 nice bounce-back innings after that first one, but we're looking for Keene State to capitalize on that here.
Yeah, Keene State's had their runners as well. They just haven't been able to come through, and Salem State came through there in that first inning with 2 outs, 2-run single before the runner was gunned down at third, but not before those 2 runs came in.
Still pretty early on here, though. A lot of time for Keene State to make some moves here.
Yeah, only the third inning, and this will be a full 9-inning game, so
big game for these freshmen to prove themselves here.
yeah. First pitch, Cowley swings and fouls it off down the right field line. Cowley gives kind of the impression he's very much an offensive type catcher.
I'm seeing some Juan Soto moves and dance moves up there, you know.
Yeah. Just has to do the whole stare down of the pitcher.
Yeah.
That one fouled away.
Another one fouled right back.
Oh, 2. Swing on, pop, foul again, out of play. So good job here by Cowley to stay alive. Down 0-2.
I do wonder if a lot of these freshmen have some cockiness to them, you know. Young kids up to play here.
Yeah. And they check on the swing. He did go, so that is strike 3. Evan Cowley down on strikes to begin the inning.
I'm sure he's a little disappointed by that, but nothing to beat yourself over.
No, not too much. I mean, you know, especially as a freshman, you're gonna have to be able to strike out and get through that. So Tommy Ayler's back leading off. Take strike 1.
As you said, he was a very offensive catcher, so he's going to have a lot of those, you know, check swing moments there.
Yeah. Ayler's lines one into left field, a base hit. So Tommy Ayler's is on once again. He's 2 for 2. Couple of singles. Hamilton Barnes stands in now. Top half of this Owls order.
Kind of the person you want to see up to bat in a position like this for Keene here.
Yeah, Barnes has been very good here in his first season.
Keene State looking to maybe swipe a bag here.
Yeah, Ehlers has speed. As we talked about in the pregame, Barnes is 5 for 5 on steals, but Ehlers can definitely go if need be, and you would think they're going to send him. They do. Pitch is lined and foul right back at us. Just got over.
Good thing we have this window here.
Yeah. Can't say I wouldn't flinch, though, if one did come back.
I was
right
rather
at us.
scared.
check back on the runner after Ehlers was off. They tried to employ the hit and run there. So now count even, 1-1 to Hamilton Barnes. And he swings, hits one in the air to center. That is going to split the gap. Ehlers had to hold up, so he's on his way to third. There's going to be no throw. He's in there safely, and it's going to be second and third. Nice one-out double there for Hamilton Barnes, and the Owls have their first big chance of the day.
And that's exactly what he wanted to see from that at-bat right there. Little unfortunate that he had to question if he needed to run or not. That could have been a run score, but we'll take second and runners on second and third here.
Yeah, definitely don't blame Ehlers for that one. I mean, you had to hold up, and that ball kind of just died there in the gap. It didn't really bounce back. You know, if this were June or July, that ball might bounce a little bit more, but just with, late March here, as that one swung on, that's in the air to right field. Back it goes. That is gone. A home run for Jonathan Chatfield, his second of the season, and Keene State takes a 3-2 lead with one swing of the bat. How about that?
Wow, he really ripped that ball out there. That was pretty deep, too. That was around the 410 mark.
That was way out there. Not exactly a super warm day, not terribly cold, but that ball traveled.
I think in the best way possible. No one was really expecting a home run right there, but Keene State will definitely take it. That puts him up 3-2.
Yeah. And how about that for Jonathan Chatfield, his second of the season, and he gets Jake Usinia right here in the bottom half of the third. So it took a little bit for Keene State to get going, but they do there on that swing. And that was a great swing from Jonathan Chatfield.
Looking like Aaron Judge out there.
And those guys were all freshman players, all newcomers to this squad this year. Ehlers, Barnes, and Chatfield, as that one fouled back.
So you can see Coach Blood's training is really starting to pay off here with these young guys.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this team is going to be special to watch here over the next few years. I mean, this year the results might not always be there, but as these guys get more experience, I mean, that's really what a rebuild's about. It's about, it takes a few years sometimes, but once you get it going, it pays off.
So. Oh, yeah. Just imagine this guy's senior year, It's going to be quite the team to play against here.
That one cut on. That one hit deep to center, but that one appears like it'll be caught, and it is for out number 2.
Keene State's starting to hit these balls pretty hard here, though. We'll wonder if Salem's going to make a pitching change here pretty soon.
Yeah, Usinia was very good. He worked around some trouble, but was good for the most part his first time through the order. But usually once you see a pitcher, sometimes the second time through, and especially the third time through, you can start to see him a lot better, and that seems to be happening here.
And it's good to see these young players picking up on those repeating patterns by Salem here.
That one line, that'll get down for a base hit. So Nathaniel Hudson is on with 2 down. Solid contact all inning here for the Owls.
Yeah, very productive inning so far. Let's see if they can add some more insurance runs here.
Yeah, even with the out there, the second out to center field, that ball was hit pretty well. Just right at the center fielder. So Brendan Eaton up his second time.
The veteran looking to add some more damage here.
That one lined into center field, a base hit. Stopping at second is Hudson, and Eaton is on now with a base hit. And I was going to say, I had a chance to talk a bit with Eaton at the beginning of the season, and he was really hungry to get back. He, of course, missed a lot of time last year with an injury. And, picked up his 5th-year option with the COVID and taking advantage here.
Looking like a mound visit by Salem here.
Not see if we'll see a pitching change at all, but it doesn't appear that way. It appears this is just a pep talk.
Yeah, I mean the Owls with that 2-out pressure, that's got to rattle your bones a little bit as the pitcher here.
Yeah, I mean you're almost out of the inning. Sometimes that's the worst, I think, from watching as a pitcher is, they're almost out of the inning. Then they give up a couple hits. They give up the home run, and before you know it, you're in some more trouble on top of it. So
Yeah, I think they're just looking to get out of the inning quick here. They're not really. Maybe they could be more focused at the mound. Little scare up there.
So here is McHugh, Evan McHugh, one of the two Evans in the lineup today. Also Evan Calley. Takes strike one. Sun's starting to peek through the clouds a bit here today as we get a mid-afternoon start, 3 o'clock, first pitch. The 0-1. Strike two.
It's funny, the sun's starting to come out right as Keene State's starting to put up some runs
Yeah.
here. I wonder if that's a coincidence.
No, yeah, maybe not. We'll see. The 0-2 from Ucinia. Just outside ball one.
Just clear it and we'll reset it to the
1-2. Foul back. Not far from us.
McHugh seems to be looking for his pitch here. He's not. Doesn't look like he's swinging at everything here.
No, he's definitely has a selective approach, and that's what you like to see out of a hitter. Another 1-2. Cut on a miss. And McHugh strikes out to end the inning, but not before the Owls get 3 runs on an absolute blast from Jonathan Chatfield to right field. We'll see you on the other side here as the Vikings come up. Owls in front, 3-2.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Welcome back to the top half of the fourth. Keene State in front, 3-2 after the home run, 3-run shot from Jonathan Chatfield. New pitcher in the game for the Owls. It is number 6, Troy Brennan, a native of Wilton, New Hampshire, not too far from here, as he will take on kind of the bottom half of the Salem State order here, as leading off again will be Derek Angel.
Yeah, you wonder if that pitching change was on purpose here, McKeegan wasn't doing terrible there, but as we did talk about, he was a reliever, so didn't really have the length there. But
yeah, not a bad start from McKeegan today, as first pitch from Brennan is in for strike one. Yeah, kind of a rocky start. Obviously gave up 2 in the first inning, but settled down nicely and got through the next 2 with no runs allowed as Brennan throwing strikes, fires in strike 2. In there, called strike 3. How about that for Troy Brennan? 3 pitches and a strikeout. All
Yeah.
right down the middle fastball.
doesn't get much better than that. Wonder what the hitter was looking for there, but
Yeah, must have got fooled. Must have been expecting something off speed. That's all you can think. Just didn't get it. Yeah, that one will just miss for ball one as Chris Simone stands in for Salem.
Brennan seems like very much of a power pitcher here, throwing some heat.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to go right after you, too, as that one will just miss for ball two.
Even these balls that he's throwing, it's pitches that the batters are gonna, take swings at too. So
Yeah. 2-0 from Brennan. Line, and that's going to hang up just long enough for Tommy Ehlers to make the catch in center field for the second out.
2 quick outs there. You can't really ask for much of a better start by Brennan here.
Yeah, 6 pitches and 2 outs, so only 3 pitches, obviously, to each batter is up here for Salem State. This will be Brahim Ortega once again, getting his second at bat. And Ortega swings, pops one into right field. Eaton's under it. He makes the catch, and a very fast inning. Very fast inning for Troy Brennan, who comes on and gets him in order. 1, 2, 3 on 7 pitches. So we'll be back here, bottom half of the fourth. Keene State Owls leading 3-2 on the Owls Media Network.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
We are back here, bottom half of the fourth. Jake Usinia back out for Salem State. So you thought maybe they'd take him out after a rough inning there in the third along 3 runs, but he is back in, and Keene State looking to add on.
Yeah, interesting choice in my opinion by Salem. Wonder if there's a plan by this.
As Shea Zena stands in, the designated hitter for his second at bat. Batting out of the number 8 spot today. Take strike 1, count even.
They clearly still have some confidence in this pitcher here to keep him in after that.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta like to see that out of a manager. I mean, you have confidence in your pitcher, and obviously sometimes they might have a bad inning, but at least stick with them for another couple batters and see how they do.
Another try, right?
That one fouled away. And the interim coach for Salem State, as mentioned in the pregame, former member of the Keene State baseball team not too long ago, was a catcher. That one upstairs. Ball 2. Count even.
Gotta wonder if he knows some inside strategies by Keene State here that he's using against them here.
And down swinging goes Zena for the first out. Big hack there from the righty, but just couldn't catch up to it.
Good fast pitch there by Usenia.
Evan Cowley back in. Led off the last inning. The Owls almost batted around in the 3-run inning there. Take strike 1.
A lot of twisting by Callie here.
Yeah. Trying to stay loose, I guess, as he swings, pops one up down the left field line. That'll get down foul. was wondering for a sec if that was somehow going to stay, like, hug the line and
Yeah.
stay fair, but it just didn't.
Yeah, if he hit that a little differently, that almost would have hit the foul pole, I feel like.
Yeah. The 0-2 is fouled back.
That fence behind the catcher really getting its work today.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to be that fence. Yeah, taking all those shots. Here's the 0-2, ground ball to the shortstop. Fields it, fires quickly to first. That ball gets away. Cali will stay at first. And that might be an E6 on the shortstop. We'll see. And they are, yep, that is indeed going to be ruled an error.
Cali will take it, though.
So that's an error on Ortega at shortstop. Came up with it pretty fast, kind of got rid of it fast as well, and it's a little too much zip on it. Tommy Ehlers back up again, his third at bat here in just the fourth inning. And he lays down a bunt, but that's going to go foul. Trying to bunt his way on, I think, there for a base hit.
I like that strategy, definitely building some pressure against the pitcher by trying to bunt there.
Yeah, you leave him unsure, too. He doesn't know, if you're going to try to take a big cut at something or if you're just going to try to bunt to get your way on. But if you got speed like Ehlers does, definitely not a bad idea. Here's the 0-1. Missing for ball one. So Usinia, once again, another base runner for him for the Owls. And Keene State has had a runner on, at least a single runner on every inning.
Yeah, they're looking pretty confident up at the plate here this evening.
Runner goes. Swung on a miss. Throw to second. Not in time. So Evan Cowley with a stolen base.
Yeah, I could feel a play like that coming with that bunt there. They were definitely looking to advance the runner to second. Successful, obviously.
And Ehlers took kind of a half-hearted swing there up in the top of the zone, but he was just doing that to try to maybe distract the catcher a bit on the throw. So he is down 1-2, but
I'd say that's a fair trade.
yeah, certainly we'll take that. The 1-2 is popped up. Left field drifting over. That's well out of play. Pretty nice day here for the home opener for the Owls. A little cool, but can't complain too much.
For March, we'll take it.
Oh, yeah. The 1-2. Cut on a miss. Ehlers down on strikes. Big strikeout there for Jake Usinia, and there's two away.
Yeah, two strikeouts there for Usinia. Wonder if he's starting to build something up here.
Big chance here for Hamilton Barnes, who was a part of that rally last inning. Takes strike one. And honestly, just by looking at Hamilton Barnes, you could tell that he can steal bases simply because he's wearing the number 1. Usually guys who wear 1 are pretty speedy, as that one popped up and out of play. But usually the lower numbers, typically,
Oh, no doubt.
you just almost assume they're going to be fast.
Number 11 sharing the same number as Brett Gardner for the Yankees. He was quite the quick player there, so.
Raffy Devers, maybe not so fast, but
Getting on base, though. You can tell he's looking to run here.
oh yeah. Barnes pops that one up again. This time it's fair. Over, making the catch at second base to end the inning. So the Owls threaten but do not score, as we will head to the top half of the fifth. Keene State in front, 3-2 here on the Owls Media Network.
I remember writing in the second grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
All right, we are back here, top half of the 5th inning. So Troy Brennan back out for another inning of work for the Owls. He got Salem State 1, 2, 3 on just 7 pitches the last inning, and looking to keep that going here.
Keene State after that home run looking very confident on the field today.
Yeah, so leading off it'll be Duggan. Owen Duggan, the leadoff hitter for the Salem State team, also wearing number 1. And Duggan is 0 for 2 today.
The left fielder, number 1, Owen Duggan.
Oh, a 1-0 there on the first pitch.
It takes ball 1 from Brennan. And here it comes, the 1-0. Strike 1. Salem State got 2 in the first, Keene State 3 in the third to lead 3-2. That one outside for ball 2. Count runs to 2-1. Keene State out hitting Salem today 7-5. They're kind of quiet early on, but they got it going there in that 3rd inning. And strike 2 on Duggan.
Yeah, sort of a promising start by Salem there. Keene State looking pretty fine after that home run, though.
Still only up a run, trying to protect that lead. It looks like he went, and he did. That is another strikeout for Troy Brennan. 2nd of the ball game.
Seems to be just dominating out there today. He's feeling good about himself.
Yeah, definitely got to like what we've seen from him so far. Bobby Jellison up for his 3rd time today. He is 1 for 2. Got on base with a base hit back in the 1st inning. He takes a called strike 1. A 1. Right down the middle, strike 2.
Again, just see these quick strikes here by Brennan.
Yeah, you got to like, he kind of works with a fast pace too. You got to like that. Keeps you on your toes if you're a hitter and keeps you in a rhythm as the pitcher. Cut on a miss, strike 3. 2 away very quickly, and a pair of strikeouts for Brennan as he gets Jellison swinging on 3 pitches.
Pretty common theme here. 3 pitches, 3 outs, looking for that 3rd one right now.
So Jake Boucher, he's also 1 for 2. Got on base there with a base hit in the 1st inning. Part of that 2-run first for Salem State. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Salem State mounted pressure obviously in the 1st. They got 2. They mounted some more pressure in the 3rd with 1st and 3rd and 2 out, but Keene State got out of that.
They can't seem to find that same rhythm that they had in the 1st inning after this.
No, yeah, and only down a run. This is still very much a ball game, obviously.
Only takes 1 mess up here.
Yeah. We've seen 1 homer today. That one on the ground to short, on to 1st in time, and that'll end the inning. So another very quick inning for Brennan. And Keene State will be coming up here in the bottom of the 5th trip, leading 3-2 on the Owls.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
All right, we are back here in the bottom half of the fifth. Keene State in front of Salem State 3-2 as we have a pitching change here for the Vikings. As coming on to pitch will be Greg Gentle, number 17.
Arlington, Massachusetts. Number 17, Greg Gentle.
So Gentle out there for his first inning of work, looking to keep this a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, not a terrible day on the mound by Yesenia. Just Keene State really worked up that pitch count, so it's probably about time for him to get that swap out here.
Yeah, and just that one inning that kind of went wrong, obviously, the third inning, allowing the 3-run home run to Chatfield, who got his second of the year, and he has the 2 home runs that the Owls have hit this season, both to right field, and they were not cheap home runs either. They were both launched.
They were out there.
Yeah. I was impressed. I mean, seeing that ball go out, especially, on a day like today, the ball not traveling very far overall, but
no, you have to have some serious power behind that bat on a day like this. So.
Yeah, he definitely got it all on that one.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about we don't have the pitch clock, but the game's still moving pretty quick here.
Yeah, a lot of, a couple 1, 2, 3 innings there from Troy Brennan for Keene State, helping move this thing along. And here is Jonathan Chatfield once again. So, as mentioned, he launched that home run back in the third inning that put Keene State in front. First pitch. In for strike 1.
Yeah, great day on the plate for him, looking to do some more damage here.
Yeah, keep it going. He's 1 for 1. And he laces one to left field. That's going to get down. That'll be extra bases. Loses his helmet as he rounds first. He will get into second base, standing up with a double. Leadoff double for Jonathan Chatfield here in the bottom of the fifth.
Wow, he's just having a day out here. Not to get ahead of myself, but, cycle's coming up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's got a home run. I guess you don't count a walk as part of the cycle, but he's got a home run, walk,
and a double.
Now. Just needs that single and that elusive triple. The triple, easily the hardest one to get, but
if anyone could do it, it's him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got speed on those bases. So here's Josh B on RBI spot right here. And he turns on the first pitch, launches it into center. That's going to be caught. But tagging up is Chatfield easily into third. A long fly ball to center field. Almost all the way back to the warning track there.
Wonder in a different park if that one would have left the stadium here.
Yeah. At least might have been off the wall there in center.
But they advanced the runner, which is what you want to see from a hit like that. So
yeah, another RBI spot here now for Nathaniel Hudson. And Hudson is 1 for 2.
Keene State doesn't seem too phased by the pitching change here.
Now Salem brings the infield in here, trying to prevent another run. Not too far in, but just enough to where a ground ball could not score Chatfield if it's right at somebody. And that's in there for strike 2. So not where you want to be if you're Hudson here, but he can work the count. He's down 0-2. The 0-2 from Gentle. That one in the dirt. Nice block there, though, by the catcher.
That got by him. He's definitely running.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good block there by Bourgeois. Behind the dish. One, two. Fouled away. Just fouled away there.
Staying alive. Good at bat here.
Yeah.
Chatfield's reminded me of Byron Buxton here. He's got the speed and the power.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely got a couple tools there in the toolbox, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Yep.
Buxton's a great player, just cannot stay healthy, it seems like. But
well, let's hope Chatfield can.
Another 1-2, grounded foul to third. Chatfield probably wouldn't have been able to score anyway, because that was hit would have been hit right to the third baseman. So
Yeah, that's what Salem was looking for too, a ground ball just like that.
yeah, right at somebody, and that'll definitely keep Chatfield at third most likely, unless Coach Blood decides to send him. Another 1-2. Cut on a miss. That ball in the dirt. They're going to have to throw to first to complete the strikeout, and they do. So that'll be 2 down. They look Chatfield back to third. He will not score.
I will say he is looking pretty antsy there at third, though. Wonder if he'll...
He was definitely thinking about taking off.
Oh, yeah. Also could just be a scare tactic for the pitcher, though. We shall see.
Yeah, maybe try to get the catcher to throw it away, too, to first. Thinking too much about him there, but here's Brendan Eaton, who is 1 for 2. Starting to get that average up. Hitting 500 on the day today. And that ball gets away. Yep. Here comes Chatfield to score, and the Owls extend the lead. It's 4-2. So a bit of luck there, but they get it on the wild pitch from Greg Gentle.
I think that was exactly what Keene State was looking for there.
That's a great way to score a run if you're the offense. It's terrible to give that up as a pitcher. When you think you've just about got out of the inning, and then you throw a wild pitch. And Eaton grounds one to short, fielded by Ortega, throws the first in time. That is the inning. So the Owls do grab a run on the wild pitch. They lead 4-2 here through 5 on the Owls Media Network.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
We are back here in the top half of the 6th inning. Keene State extending their lead there in the bottom half. 4-2 on the wild pitch, and Troy Brennan back out for his 3rd inning of work. It's been 2 very fast innings for him, and you got to like the decision here from Coach Blood to let him keep working.
No doubt these young players need that experience, and if he's throwing, no reason to take him out, right?
Oh, yeah. Again, he's getting quick outs. He struck a couple guys out. Actually, I believe 3.
I think all of them were on 3 straight pitches, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. 3 up, 3 down. And leading off here for Salem will be Field. So Ethan Field back up here for his 3rd at bat today.
Designated hitter number 8, Edward Field.
Excuse me, Edward Field. He's 0 for 2. And he takes ball 1 low in the dirt.
You know, Field is one of the more offensive players here. He's he's just not finding it today, but we'll see if that changes with this at bat here.
Yeah, still plenty of time. You'd think maybe 2 more at bats if things go well, and take strike 1. Actually, maybe 3 at bats. I mean, we're only in the 6th, so could see a 3rd at bat. That one shot foul. And the count runs to 1-2.
Brennan loves to get in these pitchers' counts here, though.
Yeah.
He's been very productive on the mound.
Yeah, staying ahead of the hitters, that's huge. You got to keep them on edge. 1-2. Lined into right field. Eaton plays it, though. He's got it. 1 away.
Another quick out.
Yeah, that was hit pretty well, but a lot of the hard hit balls in the outfield against Keene State have gone right at their fielders today, so playing perfect.
Yeah, Brennan, you know, within the first 3-4 pitches, seems to get those outs here.
Yeah. So Foygan up now. 1 for 1. He's walked and singled. Cut on a miss. First pitch. Hacking there.
Huge cut.
He was looking to get one back.
Yeah, I mean, I see the strategy there. You know, Brennan's throwing pretty hard out there. You know, Might as well take a hack on one of these, see what you can do with it.
Yeah, he's thrown a lot of strikes since coming in too, so might as well take advantage of that. If he's going to be around the plate, you swing at one, you might get a hit, so might carry too.
Yeah, I wonder if Brennan's going to change it up with an off-speed pitch here too, after throwing all these hard balls. We'll see.
Here is the 2-1. Grounded foul back towards the Salem dugout. So even count here, 2-2 on Fuegan. Looking for his 4th strikeout today, as that one will miss, ball 3. So the count is full. Probably the first full count that Brennan has had.
Yeah, interesting spot for him today.
Here is the 3-2 from Brennan. Grounded, just foul down the first baseline.
Hard hit ball right there. Would have been at least a double right there.
Yeah. Eaton's got a pretty good arm over there in right field, but he would have had to get over to it very fast to keep the man at first. So here's another full count pitch from Brennan. Grounded to second. Hamilton Barnes has it. Throws on to Beon, and there's 2 away.
You really couldn't have asked for a better performance here by Brennan. He's just throwing. There's not much else to say.
Yeah, Brennan's come right in and thrown strikes. Just an out away here from getting through his 3rd inning of work, scoreless. So here is Ryan Bourgeois, the catcher, for his 3rd at bat, and he is 1 for 2. In for strike 1.
A lot of first pitch strikes here by Brennan.
Yeah, he's filling up the zone. I mean, sometimes it can't be good if the guys are jumping on it all the time, but it's been good here as working ahead in the count.
Yeah, Salem's not really seeming to pick up on these first pitch strikes here, so.
No. And you got to think they don't want to waste their at-bats either. I mean, if you ground out first pitch, that's not really great at-bat, so he fouls that one back.
A little late on that swing. Already 0-2.
So here it is from Troy Brennan, looking for 3 scoreless. The 1-2 to Bourgeois. Cut on a miss, and he strikes him out. That's his 4th K in 3rd innings here. Over a strikeout per inning, and the Owls head to the bottom of the 6th in front, 4-2 on the Owls Media Network.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, being a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
All right, and we are back here, bottom half of the 6th inning in the Keene State Owls home opener for 2023. Greg Gentle will be back out for Salem State for his 2nd inning of work. And Cooper, what have you liked from the Owls today so far?
Well, I mean, like I said, that first inning, little shaky, but they really seem to settle down after that. I mean, the pitching by Brennan, you really couldn't ask for a better performance here. That home run by Chatfield just really setting up the stats that you're looking for by these players, Really, Chatfield's living up to his name. Brennan's showing himself out. A lot of these young players really are looking to find those opportunities like that, and they're really showing out today.
Yeah, and all 3 of those first 3 runs, at least, for the Owls were all set up by freshmen, so definitely love to see that from this team and trying to get a win back today after dropping 3 in a row.
Play the kids, as they say, right?
Yeah. Evan McHugh leading off the inning for Keene State. The kids, I guess, are all right today. In for strike 1.
If only the MLB would let the kids play, Some of those GMs.
Definitely. Grounded, foul. Corkscrew over to the first base coach.
2 quick strikes there.
Quickly 0-2. So McHugh trying to stay alive. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, not close.
I think he was trying to trick him right there with that off speed. Good eye, though, by McHugh.
Yeah, that ball buried in the dirt. Still made home plate, but the 1-2 outside. Even count now as McHugh looks to battle his way back in.
McHugh does have 7 walks, so
Yeah, he's got patience at the plate, and did that one get him? It did not. He just got out of the way. Looked like for a second it might have got him, but the catcher was able to keep it off him. So now the count is run full. McHugh's battled all the way back. And he will take strike 3 called, so he is rung up on a full count pitch for the first out.
understandably so. That was kind of a tricky pitch there. Can't blame him too much for taking that there, but
No, and the last 3 pitches had all been balls pretty much, so not always expecting one to be kind of right around the plate, but just couldn't get the swing going there. And Shea Zena lines one right back at the pitcher. Zena will reach first base, and it appears Gentle is okay, so that's good to see.
yep, calling off his dugout seems to be all right. The ump's going to check on him, though.
Yeah, just in case. It appears that ball got him in the glove, actually, so that luckily there.
It looked like he almost caught that for a second, though.
Yeah, he did. I mean, that was basically just trying to get out of the way there, and he almost caught it in the process. Seen that happen before.
Unfazed, though. Good that he's not hurt or anything
No,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I would hate to see that as Evan Cowley up for his third at bat. And Cowley 0 for 2. He's struck out once. And they want Gentle to throw a pitch as Salem State goes berserk beneath us.
Barkin
Oh, yeah.
seems
But-
to be okay.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure, I guess. So he fired in a warm-up pitch there, and first pitch to Cowley misses for ball 1. So it'll be a 1-0 here to the Owls catcher. Low for ball 2. Two-0. Popped up in foul territory. That's going to get out of play. Right on top of the Owls dugout.
Gotta wonder if that pitch that hit him, though, kind of rattled him up. Maybe he's got to settle down here at the mound.
Yeah, I mean, you get one right back at you like that. Definitely a scary moment, but I guess you just have to keep going if you're a pitcher, as that one fouled back again by Cowley, and the count even, 2-2. Count even on Evan Cowley. Zena leading a bit at first. Here's the pitch. Gets away. Zena will take off. He's going to have second base easily. So another wild toss there from Salem State.
With a full count now, too, so you wonder if they're going to do a hit and run or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's not good here, you just try to lay off, and they'll have another little rally going. I mean, they already do with Shea Zena at second base.
I bet you he's faster than he looks.
Yeah. Full count and rung up again. Another full count strikeout. Second of the inning for Gentle.
Yeah, that was kind of right down the middle there. I wonder if he was just not going to swing at that pitch, just expecting something off. Nonetheless, though, that is still a strikeout.
Yeah, once again got fooled, but this is the guy who won up here, Tommy Ehlers, 3 for 2, 2 for 3 today. He has struck out once, but RBI spot here, and that one gets away. Another wild pitch to the backstop, and Zinna will move up to third. So now one more wild pitch, and we could be talking about another run here for the Owls.
Yeah, another run really could be the final damaging blow here in this game.
Yeah, I mean, you hope Troy Brennan can keep pitching the way he has, but the way it's been going so far, I mean, yeah, you would think a 3-run lead would not be quite secure, but would certainly make you feel good if you're rooting for Keene State today as the 1-0. On the ground to third. A good throw here will end the inning. On to first, little high, but he did get down in time, so that will end the inning. And Salem keeps it 4-2 as we head to the top half of the 7th. Keene State leading 4-2 on the Owls Media Network.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Troy Brennan back out, looking to make this his 4th inning of work in relief here for the Owls. And if all goes right, if Keene State's able to hold on even, just with at 4-2 or even more, then Troy Brennan would be on the hook for the win, if that's what you call it.
Yeah, I mean, with his low pitch count, I can't imagine they're going to take him out if he continues to perform like he has been.
Yeah, you got to ride. Why not ride that hot hand? And so leading off will be the third baseman for Salem State. This is Derek Angel, his third AB today. He's 1 for 2, and he has struck out once. Keene State will be looking for win number 6 of the season to improve to 6-10. Trying to nail it down in these final 3 innings. Ball 1.
Even with this rebuild season that they have going on, I would still say they're performing better than expected with all these young players here.
Well, that's a great sign. I mean, they're performing even at 5-10. I mean, if they're getting a decent amount of wins this year, even if they do finish with a losing record, I mean, it kind of tells you that the rebuild's going along faster than expected. So
exactly.
that's good. And grounded foul on the bunt. Just trying to get something going is Angel in this Salem State offense. They've really sputtered since that 3rd inning when they had a chance to make it 3-0. On the ground to third.
Nice pick.
Good pick there, and on to first. 1 away.
Great play all around.
Yeah, good play there from Chatfield. He's had a good day.
Looking like A-Rod out there today.
A-Rod. No.
Power hitting third baseman,
Yeah. The left-handed version of A-Rod. The left-handed hitting version.
Yes.
Hopefully minus the roids.
I wasn't going to say anything, but
as that one misses for ball 1. Here's the 1-1 from Brennan. Ball 2.
a lot of high fastballs he seems to be throwing out there today.
Yeah. Owls do have some action going in the bullpen. Trying to see the number out there. It looks like 30, might be 37, so that might actually be Zena. Of course, he is DHing today, but that one in there for strike 2. So the count full now at 3-2. Brennan has not walked anybody so far, so he's trying to avoid that right now. And I did say so far, but I spoke too soon. So that's his first ball for the day.
I do wonder if his performance isn't as good as the other innings, if they're going to take him out in this inning here. We shall see, though.
Yeah. As much as they have Zena warming up in the bullpen, I mean, it's still only a 2-run game, so obviously a good inning for Salem could either tie or even take the lead. You want to be aware of that. Check back to first, but in there safely is Simone.
And, you know, that's the beauty of baseball right there. One pitch and this game is all tied up.
Yeah. Yeah, even for as well as the Owls have played, Salem State has hung around today as Ortega, big cut for strike 1.
See Chris Simone there on first base, looking a little antsy on there. Maybe looking to steal a bag, get something going here.
Yeah, if you're Salem, you just want to get something going as Ortega hits one in the air to right. Battling the sun a bit is Eaton, but he's got it for out number 2. It's that sun peeking through once again. Actually, clouds starting to break a bit, so might have sun for most of the rest of this game.
Yeah, oddly sunny for the time of day it is, I'd say, especially in New Hampshire. But
yeah.
I guess couldn't be better fit for the Keene State home opener. So.
Yeah, high 40s today is going there, and they're going to get him. Good throw there by Evan Calley. He cuts down Chris Simone at second as we'll head to the bottom half of the 7th. Keene State still clinging to that 4-2 lead on the Owls Media Network.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
All right, we are back here, bottom half of the 7th. For the Owls of Keene State, as we have a new pitcher for Salem State, the right-hander number 23. It's Carl Beatrice. As Beatrice comes on, no record, no wins, losses, with a 6.10 ERA. He's allowed 5 hits on the season so far. Looking to add some insurance here for Keene State, definitely, as they cling to a 4-2 lead. They've gotten some great relief pitching today from Troy Brennan.
Oh, no doubt. And it seems like Keene State's not really fazed by these relief pitchers here. Nothing they can't handle, it seems like.
No, I mean, they had another chance to extend that lead last inning. They were unable to, but they got obviously 3 runs in the 3rd and 1 run in the 5th to put them ahead where they are now. Obviously, the big hit of the day was, so far, has been Jonathan Chatfield's 3-run shot out to right field.
What a blast that was, too.
Yeah. I just didn't know if it would get all the way out, but, I mean, it did. And
no, it cleared the fence, too.
Yeah. Hamilton Barnes gets brushed back a bit on the first pitch for ball 1. Yeah, Barnes 1 for 3 with a base hit. And he hits one in the air to left center, but under it is the center fielder to make the catch. That is Jellison.
The third baseman, number 23, Jonathan Chatfield.
So here is Chatfield. 2 for 2 with obviously the 3-run homer and a walk.
We got 23 versus 23 here.
Yeah.
See which one prevails.
Battle of the 23s. Fouled away. Yep, fouled off himself. For strike one, Chatfield will take a little stroll.
A lot of dangerous foul balls today, it seems like.
Yeah.
Sure, the weather doesn't help with that, but
No, yeah, I mean, you definitely feel it, I'm sure, as a player off the bat, more in these temperatures than you do later in the season.
Oh, yeah. Probably some bruises here and there, but that's baseball for you, so.
Yeah. You're going to get hit by a pitch at some point. Something like that's going to happen, so.
It's worth the pain, right?
Yeah. The base is worth the pain. The 0-2 on the ground to first. That'll stay fair. And handled there by Fuegan for out number 2.
2 quick outs by Carl Beatrice here. That's what you're looking for with your relief pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, I know Salem struggled offensively since the early going, but that's all you can ask for. I mean, hanging around in this game, and they got a chance if something goes awry. Outside or high for ball 1 to Josh Bion, who's 0 for 3 today. Ball 2.
Looking to get something going here for him. A little bit of an offensive struggle, but we're looking to change that.
2-0. Line, base hit.
There it is.
Bion gets his first knock of the day, and he is 1 for 4.
A lot of the Keene State batters here seem to be active today. A lot of good base hits here.
Yeah, a lot of good swings. Nathaniel Hudson coming up now. He's 1 for 3. He has struck out once today. And he'll look at a ball high for a 1-0 count. The 1-0, inside ball 2. So Beatrice has fallen behind the last 2 hitters now, 2-0. And Bion took the 2-0 into left field for base hit, so let's see what Hudson does. He'll take strike 1. Two-1. That'll get away, and easily into second base is Bion. In fact, he'll even take a turnaround second just to make sure. Before thinking about going to third, he won't.
I do wonder if there was a faster base runner, if he would have taken that third base. They were pretty slow to that ball there.
Yeah, I mean, it got away pretty fast, so it would have gotten to the backstop quick. But, I mean, if the catcher's taking his time, why not? Think about going to third, especially if you got the speed.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of wild pitches today by Salem.
Yeah. 3-1. That'll get away. Another wild pitch. That's also ball 4. So Hudson will go to first, and easily down to third is Bion, and he took another turn there. Probably not going to try to go home with 2 outs, but you never know.
Keene State threatening with runners on the corners here.
And we're going to get a pinch runner here for Nathaniel Hudson. That's going to be Mark Barrett, the senior, number 2.
Keene State not really affected by there being 2 outs, though. It's not really scaring them. Still productive with those 2 outs.
Yeah, you got a little 2-out thunder here, and
it's what you love to see from these young guys.
We'll see if Barrett will stay in the game as a left fielder. I mean, yeah,
most likely he will.
Yeah. As Brendan Eaton up now. Eaton 1 for 3.
Almost another wild pitch there, but the catcher ate it up there.
Yeah, good stop there by Bourgeois behind the plate for the Vikings. And runner going. Eaton swings, hits a ball to center field. Let's see if this, he's got it. So that will end the inning. So Keene State strands a pair once again. They still lead 4-2 through 7 on the Owls Media Network.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Welcome back to the top half of the eighth. Owls trying to seal down their 6th win on the season. As we have a new left fielder, it will indeed be Mark Barrett staying in the ball game as he subs in for Nathaniel Hudson there. And we also have a pitching change, so it'll be Shea Zena, who was the DH in this game if you remember, but he will come into pitch and likely will stay in the batting order as well as the pitcher. So Keene State will just not have a DH now.
Not much of a change, though, still the same person.
No, yeah, still in the lineup and obviously pitching too. A little Shohei Ohtani, if we will.
Yeah.
But so Zena looking to continue what Troy Brennan did for 4 innings, and that was outstanding. And Brennan is in line for the win if the Owls can hold on in this one.
Much deserved as well. He really threw today.
Yeah, 4 innings in relief, 4 scoreless innings in relief. After Patrick McKeegan opened the game, pitched the first 3 innings for Keene.
Zena, another hard thrower for Keene State.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, just from up here, that ball's coming in fast. Zipping him in there on the warm-up tosses. And so he'll be greeted by Owen Duggan, the 1-2-3 hitters in the lineup for Salem State. It'll be Duggan, Jellison, and Boucher.
Getting some Alex Manoa vibes from Zena here. See if he has that same swagger.
Yeah, so Shea Zena, already 2 saves on the season. This is a big spot for him. If he could work these last 2 innings, he would pick up the saves so long as this stays a 2 or 3 run ball game.
It doesn't matter. Even if we score 8 times in the bottom, it's still a save because of how we entered.
So it'd be a save nonetheless, actually, depending on the score, or would not depend on the score. And he's quickly ahead of the leadoff man, 0-2. That's Owen Duggan, the left fielder today for Salem. 0-2. Lined into right field, a base hit. So Duggan is on with a leadoff single.
That arm will keep him at first, though.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Nice job there by Eaton getting that ball in fast. Bobby Jellison steps up.
Number 24, Bobby Jellison.
Jellison 1 for 3 today with 1 strikeout, but he did have that hit back in the first inning, and that was what got Salem going to score 2 in the first. Owls in front 4-2. Runner being held on there. First pitch from Zena popped up. Let's see if the Owls will have a shot at it. It will hit right around us and out of play.
I think we were supposed to catch that one.
Would it count? I wonder, is it out?
There are some leagues that if the fans catch the balls, it does count as an out.
It's an out?
So,
oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yep, some of those funny leagues out there.
That would be fun, yeah. All right, so that's strike 1 on Jellison. It'll be an 0-1 from Zena. On the ground, this could be 2. Barnes flips to short for 1. On to first for 2. Double play for Keene State at a big time here in the top half of the 8th inning. That's a big twin killing for Keene State.
Really couldn't have, batted that up any better for Keene State. Pretty perfect there.
Yeah, great job. Nice quick flip from Hamilton Barnes at second, and a great job there at short by Evan McHugh as well to flip over to Beyond covering at first. 2 down. 0-0 is missing for ball 1.
Good good pick by the catcher there.
So Boucher is up for his 4th at bat today. And he takes that one high for ball 2. And you also got to think, I mean, not that pitch count is a huge factor here for Zena, but that certainly helps if you can get out of it fast with that double play ball.
Oh, no doubt.
That one's lined. That'll be another base hit. Eaton gets to it quickly, fields it on the bare hand. So 2-out single from Boucher.
Zena throwing hard, but the Vikings are hitting it hard too. So
yeah, I mean, lucky to get that double play ball, because obviously if you don't, then there could be 2 on or even bases juiced right here. So Edward Field, the sure hitting catcher, has been quiet today. He's 0 for 3.
Big spot for him though.
And you almost don't want him to be so quiet, but
his stats would say otherwise.
Yeah.
But
first pitch, that's lined into center field. That'll be a base hit. So, yeah, stopping at second is Boucher. But a little 2-out thunder here for Salem. They have first and second with 2 out.
Vikings with the war chants from the dugout here.
Yeah.
Getting pretty riled up.
Yeah, much like the real Vikings.
Yep.
And at Piers, Coach Blood will head out for a mound visit. They don't have anybody warming in the bullpen unless they go to a position player here in the field. But I would think they'd get somebody warming if they were going to make a pitching change.
Yeah, they still seem to have a lot of confidence in Zena.
Yeah, this is just the chat. I mean, it would take a few minutes for somebody to get warm. I mean, not like the warmer weather where it takes a little bit. It doesn't take quite as long for a guy to get warmed up.
Vikings' first sign of life since the early stages of this game, though. We'll see if they can capitalize.
I mean, really since the 3rd inning. I mean,
yeah.
They haven't had a runner at second or beyond since that inning. And now they have first and second after the double play with 2 out for Fuegan. So Devin Fuegan with a chance here, an RBI spot. Ahead in the count as well, 1-0. Here's the pitch from Zena. That'll get away. And the tying run will move to second, as it'll be second and third all of a sudden with 2 outs. So big spot here for Zena.
Just like we were talking about earlier, baseball is a game of luck like that, Just like that, the Vikings seem to have themselves in a pretty good position here. We'll see.
Just the way it crumbles, yeah, sometimes.
And they intentionally walk. The batter. Bases are loaded now.
Yeah, Ryan Bourgeois, the catcher, he is 1 for 3 today, but he has struck out twice. So Zena just got to throw strikes here, got to stay within himself, as that one misses high, and Salem getting into it, obviously, trying to egg their teammates on, get them going here.
You can feel the vibrations of them hitting the dugout in our booth.
Little Brett Gardner.
Yeah, yep.
Big cut and a miss for strike 1. Yeah, you were talking about Brett Gardner earlier, so I was remembering that time he was hitting the dugout with
for that. So
yeah.
Big spot for Zena here.
Here's the 1-1. Misses, and it gets away. That's going to score a run. Wild pitch from Shea Zena, and it is now 4-3. So the Owls still in front here, but a runner at third, second and third now, as the bases were loaded. So
gotta wonder if that almost takes some stress off of Zena, though, and not having that runner on first at least.
Yeah, I mean,
Keene State's still with the lead, so
at the very least you could always walk him again, but I mean, you can't throw another wild pitch here or else this game's going to be tied. And obviously a chance, too. We're going to have a pinch runner here for Salem.
At second base for Salem State, number 4, Connor Dolan.
So Connor Dolan will take over for Salem State. And likely will come in as the first baseman as well in the bottom half. We'll see. Replacing Devin Fuegan. Here's the 2-1. Big pitch. High for ball 3.
Close pitch there. Wonder if Zena's nerves are starting to get to him a little bit here.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to throw a strike here, but you also don't want to reload the bases and have that stress, because then if you walk another guy or something happens. Here's the 3-1. Fouled back. So the count will be full.
You also don't want to overthink here, you know. You just want to pretend those base runners aren't there. You just want to throw like it's a regular at-bat here.
Yeah, you just got to throw strikes here. Throw a strike. You can't worry about contact. You got your field behind you. Here's the 3-2. Big pitch from Zena. Fouled back again.
He has to mute his surroundings, you know, a lot of chatter.
Yeah,
a lot of nerves.
You can't let that get to you. As Keene State has a guy warming up in the pen. I think that's Dean Ruzic, the senior. Another full count from Zena. Called strike 3. Big strikeout from Shea Zena, and the Owls get out with the lead. A run on the wild side there, but they lead 4-3 through 7.5 as we head to the bottom half of the 8th. 4-3.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
We'll talk about a walk on the wild side for Shea Zena, but he gets out of it with the Owls still in front 4-3 as we enter the bottom half of the 8th. And staying in at first base will be Connor Dolan as he pinch ran for Fuegan.
All right, so we got a couple changes here. Because 29 is moving from second base to pitcher. 1 is moving from left field to second base. And now left field is number 8, I think. I can't make out what number that is. No, it's number 5.
All right, so we have a new guy in left field that is
Now pitching for the Vikings. Junior from Wallingford, Connecticut.
A little hard to make out the numbers from where we're standing, but
that is Aiden Lynch, I believe, in
Playing left field, number 5. Aiden
left field, and new pitcher as well for Salem State. That's number 29. So that's Boucher. So Boucher will come over to pitch. And I believe we have one more substitution as well. So Salem State moving some players around here. And we have a new catcher as well. Looks like that's number 10, if I can tell correctly. That will be Brad Feeder, who will fill in behind the dish. So he takes over for Bourgeois, number 20, who caught for most of this game.
Keene State's still with the lead, but you got to wonder if they want to put some runs on here. You know, it's still anyone's game, honestly.
This is a big inning. I mean, you know, it looks like they got Ruzic warming, who would come in the 9th, maybe.
Yeah, I do wonder if Zena's going to stay in the game after a little bit of a shaky 8th inning there, but
so Evan McHugh leading things off for Keene State in the bottom half of the 8th, also the bottom half of the order. And he fouls that one back. That was another thing off speed there. You could just tell that ball kind of slowed up at the end. He was only able to get a piece of it was McHugh.
Yeah, it doesn't look Doesn't look like he's too sure on these off-speed pitches here.
Yeah, I mean, it would seem like Boucher features obviously the fastball, but quite a few other pitches as well. That one bounced in the dirt, 1-2.
Good block by the catcher there.
4-3 Keene State in the bottom of the 8th. Looking for some big insurance runs here. 1-2. Good take there from McHugh. Wouldn't chase that. And it's even. Keene State looking to win today on their official home opener for the season. Here over Salem State, leading 4-3. 2-2 is high for ball 3, so good at bat here by McHugh as he works it full. Shea Zena, the pitcher, looks like on deck. And that one almost gets him, and he works the walk. So leadoff runner here for Evan McHugh as he will take a walk.
And that's really what you're looking for Keene State, you know, getting that first man on base, starting to build that momentum. Looking for at least 1 or 2 more insurance runs here.
Yeah, so Jake Boucher walks the leadoff man, and now he's going to face, for the moment, his counterpart. That's Shea Zena, and as they always say, nothing good ever comes of a leadoff walk, and we'll see if that case holds up today. Ball 1.
Thought about it, but it held off there.
Yeah. Check back to first, and McHugh back in there holding off. Just waiting for Dolan to throw that ball back to the pitcher. See if he's going to try the hidden ball trick or something there.
Wouldn't be college baseball without stuff like that.
No.
Right?
You got Statue of Liberty in football, and then that.
Yep.
Foul back from Zena. Took kind of a big hack there, but.
You know, Zena, a guy with a lot of potential here, looking to do something big for his home team.
Yeah, this would be a big hit right here. You know, even if he just gets a base hit, just keep this line moving. Check back to first. That was close. And just back in is McHugh. Not by much, though. They almost had him picked off.
Yeah, that was very close. He's probably going to stay pretty close to first base after that.
Yeah. Yeah, can't stray too far now. You know he will check, so. And he's going to do it again. That time, not as close. So this will be a 1-1 from Jake Boucher. See if he makes it. He does. Bunting is Zena. The throw's going to go to second. They're going to get him there. On to first. Not in time for the double play. The ball gets away. But Zena will reach first, so that's going to be a fielder's choice. As out at second is McHugh. So the sack bunt did not really work there, but at least it could have been worse.
Kind of an unlucky spot to land that bunt right at the pitcher.
Luckily, not a double play.
Yeah, he ran that ball out. Like I've been saying, he has some speed, and whether you want to see it or not. So
yeah. So here's the catcher, Evan Cowley, with his 4th at bat today. Let's see if he can go 2 for 4. As he's 1 for 3, takes strike 1.
A little high, but the ump gave it to him.
Yeah, Owls still got work going on in the bullpen, and I believe that's Ruzic who continues to warm up. Cut on a miss. Big swing there from Evan Cowley, but he comes up empty.
What does it say for battery life?
89. Is that a strike?
That was a strike, yeah. 0-2.
Here's the 0-2 from Boucher. And he makes quick work of Evan Cowley. He strikes him out.
Yeah, didn't look too confident on that swing right there.
No, he was just protecting, but made up his mind too late on that one. kind of just a half-hearted swing. And here's the top of the order now, Tommy Ehlers.
Potentially Keene State's last chance at getting some runs here, but this is a guy you want up to bat.
Ehlers' 5th at bat of the day, and it would appear struck out twice. Maybe it is his 4th. So he takes ball 1 there. Runner at first, 2 down. Back to first. No, not in time. Checking on Zeno over there after that one. Looks like 2-0. Yep. Kind of hard to tell at this time of day with the sun on the scoreboard. Another close pickoff play, but Zena back in, and yes, indeed, the count is 2-0.
Really pressuring on first base here this inning, understandably so. Still a pretty big lead by Zena there.
Yeah, living a little dangerously back in once again.
Do you have to wonder if all these throws to first are going to throw off the batter here too?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it oddly can have the opposite effect on the pitcher. I mean, if you're just paying attention to the hitter, you might throw a good pitch to, or a bad pitch in your case, to a pitcher, to a hitter, excuse me, as Ehlers fouls that one off. The catcher? As that one went off of feeder. So the 2-1. It's been kind of a lengthy at bat. Ehlers pops it up in the air to center, and he's under it. He'll make the catch to end the inning. So Salem State, a big inning there. They keep it at 4-3. We will head to the top half of the ninth. Keene State looking to win it, leading 4-3 on the Owls Media Network.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
All right, we are back. Keene State looking to lock up a close victory here in their home opener. They lead Salem State 4-3. It will be Shea Zena staying out there to try to get the final 3 outs in this one. At a little shaky of an 8th inning, he did allow the 1 run, but left runner stranded at 2nd and 3rd on a big strikeout.
I do like what they're doing here, though. They got the pitcher warming up this time, so if there's still some shakiness, they can take care of it pretty quickly here, but I'm confident Zena feels better about himself right now.
Yeah, you hope that big strikeout looking to end the inning will boost his confidence here heading into the 9th and get him to, just take a deep breath and get through these last 3 or so hitters, hopefully, for Keene State. So leading off will be number 28. That's one of the guys who came in. That's Tyler Wilson. Looks like he's hitting 182 on the year, as he came in a substitution last inning. Big open stance from Wilson. That'll miss for ball 1.
A lot of pressure coming from the Vikings dugout here, but
yeah, if you're Zena, you just got to tune that out. Just try to throw strikes. 1-0, foul back, and it's 1-1. So Wilson getting his first cuts of the game. Now looking to make a big impact with it.
Yeah, looking to prove himself here.
And he takes strike 2. Good pitch there from Zena. It looked like something off speed. Here's the 1-2.
Big spot for Zena right here.
1-2. Just misses.
Missed.
Yeah, not by much. Looked borderline from here, although the umpire obviously has got a different view than us from behind the plate. But here's the 2-2. Cut on and miss. Big strikeout for out number 1.
And that's huge for Zena right there. You know, he was looking for that strikeout. He got it. Just more confidence to him. He's going to throw better the next batter.
Yeah, that's back-to-back strikeouts going back to last inning. And so now here's Chris Simone stepping up. Simone, I believe, is 0 for 3. First pitch. A little high, ball 1.
Pretty good pitches here, though. Surprised these batters are laying off. I know I would be pretty tempted to take a jab at one of these.
I definitely would, too. I'd probably swing at anything, honestly. That's in there, strike 1.
Nice off-speed pitch right there.
It could be rolling, and I might swing at it.
Yeah.
The 1-1. Yeah, that one well high for ball 2. Sun continues to peek through as the shadows will start to creep in, but should not be a factor. Here's the 2-1, ball 3.
You know, Zena not looking to get this batter to first because then I think the nerves start to set in a little bit there, especially in a big spot like this.
Yeah. He does not want to have the tying run on base, but here's the 3-1. And he gets it over. Oh, Simone started towards first base. He thought he had ball 4, but that will be strike 2. And now it's a full count. Here's another big 3-2 from Shea Zena. Here it is. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Another big strikeout, and that's 2 away.
That's huge right there.
So it'll come down to Raheem Ortega. He may be the last guy to take a couple swings today. We'll see. Owls looking to lock down a close home opener. It's been a fun game. Not too much scoring, but when it's happened, it's been
big.
Yeah. Big 3-run homer from Chatfield earlier. That'll miss ball 1.
Seems like Zena cooled down from his previous inning there.
Yeah, he struck out 3 in a row going back to last inning. We'll see if he can make it 4 and end the game. Yeah, that's well low, ball 2. So 2-0 here as he does battle with Ortega, the shortstop. And that's in there for strike 1.
Good pitch. I almost want to say John Cena every time I say.
Good pitch.
Yeah, his name there. Zena.
Oh, Zena. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely good. The 2-1. In there, strike 2.
1 pitch away here.
Ortega thought it was a little high, but he does not get the call as he just checks over with the umpire. Says, yeah, that was probably good. Here's the 2-2 for the win. Ball 3. A little low there. Actually, quite a bit low. It bounced in the dirt.
2 outs, 3-2 count. Doesn't get much bigger than this. 1-run game.
Yeah, another full count from Zena. He's had quite a few of them, but a lot of them he's gotten strikeouts on.
Flair for the dramatic here.
Yeah. Owls looking for the win, leading 4-3. 3-2 will be coming here from Shea Zena. Here it is. And that'll miss for ball 4. So Brahim Ortega, good at bat there, will work a 2-out walk to keep Salem State alive in this one.
And Zena threw a pretty good pitch there. It was, I imagine, pretty hard to lay off, but Ortega had that good eye.
Yeah.
Able to make something happen here for the Vikings.
Just got to tip your cap to the batter there. Definitely a good at bat. And the top of the order coming up for Salem State, it'll be Owen Duggan. Comes in for his 5th at bat today. He's 1 for 4, and he takes ball 1.
Definitely has the capability in him to get something going here, though.
Yeah, I mean, there have been quite a few. There was that 2-out rally last inning for Salem State, and that's what you're concerned with, if anything. But here's the 1-0 from Zena. Strike 1. Good pitch. Right down the heart of the plate. Keene State leading 4-3. Runner on first. The tying run, that is. 2 out. Here in the bottom of the ninth, top of the ninth. 1-1 coming from Zena. In there for strike 2. It looked like a changeup, something off speed.
Great pitch.
Yeah. Here we go. The 1-2 coming from Shea Zena, looking to lock down the save. Owls leading 4-3. Here's the pitch. Ball 2, a little low.
He threw it hard, though. He was looking for that swing and the miss right there.
Yeah, he was looking. That was some power pitching right there. Definitely looking for something big. Try to strike him out with that fastball. The 2-2 for the win. Here it is. Swung on in the air to center, right at the center fielder. He will make the catch. And Keene State is victorious in their home opener. By the skin of their teeth, they win it today 4-3. And we'll have a post-game interview coming up with head coach Justin Blood. The Owls improved to 6-10. Salem State falls to 2-11. And thank you today, Cooper. It's been a lot of fun doing this
right
with you.
back at you. Yep. Great day for Keene State.
Interview. Yeah. All right, so we will be back momentarily with head coach Justin Blood and a post-game interview. The Owls are victorious in their home opener today, 4-3 over Salem State. We will be right back.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide of the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
I remember writing in the second grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. You can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, being a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're...
All right, Coach. So congrats on the win today. Close one over Salem State. You obviously started Patrick McKeegan today. He only went the first 3 innings. Was that kind of your plan going in?
Yeah, we didn't plan on extending Pat too long. We just talked about it in the huddle, actually, that he was a little frustrated. He wanted to stay in longer, and I just said to the team and to him that, it was a compliment that we were taking him out because he's been throwing well, and we wanted him available for games later this week. So, it was part of the plan to have him just go a few innings and then get out.
Yeah, what's your thought process behind the transition of him being a reliever to starting today? Do you think he achieved that well?
Well, some of it, yes, he did do a good job of that. And then some of this stuff as we go through the season is not always by design. It's just like you got a handful of games in front of you. A couple of our starters that we had groomed as starters in the preseason for various reasons aren't in those roles right now. So with 2 midweek games, we needed a couple of guys to make starts, and so we needed Pat today, and then tomorrow Jack Lang, who has been built up as a starter. Jack Lang will start against Springfield, so we'll see how hopefully we can get 4 or 5 out of him tomorrow.
So you entered today having lost 3 straight, but you did get the win obviously today, so that's good. How do you go into kind of carry today's momentum into kind of a quick turnaround tomorrow?
This is baseball at its best, when you're at home and you got 4, 5, 6 games at home in front of you. So if there's ever a time to kind of get on a roll, it's when you're at home and sleeping in your own beds and not jumping on buses at 6, 7 in the morning. So, hopefully we can take the momentum of today and have another good effort tomorrow and see where it takes us.
Yeah, definitely a tougher team tomorrow with Springfield. And, do you think this momentum is kind of what you need to get that edge over a team like that?
I think a lot of what we need to do to put ourselves in a position to win is based on ourselves, not as much the opponent. I mean, we obviously when you play a higher caliber, a more talented team, it puts more pressure on you. But I think a lot of what we're doing right now is just shooting ourselves in the foot in certain situations or not having our best at bats when we really need them. So I think if we can focus on the things that we need to focus on and do a better job at that, not missing signs, we will put ourselves in a position to win against the majority of the teams that we play against.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach, for your time, and congrats on the win today. Good luck tomorrow.
All right. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
All right, so we're now on. After that, we're now on with Jonathan. Troy. All right, we're now. Sorry about that. We're now on with Troy Brennan, who pitched 4 scoreless innings today. Congrats, great job out there. What were you kind of thinking as you were going through each inning? I mean, you were getting a lot of strikeouts, racking up that, kind of mowing down hitters. What were you thinking?
Well, I just wanted to, throw strikes for the team, not allow any batters on, and all my stuff was working pretty well today. So, I think I did pretty well, and Evan Calley called a great game, and, yeah.
I think you definitely featured a lot of, obviously, fastballs, but I think you might have thrown in a few kind of off-speed stuff. What were you kind of playing with today?
So I was throwing my curveball and my slider, and both of them were pretty on today, but to really get the swings and misses that I wanted, it was more of the slider on that one.
Yeah, after that first inning with McKeegan, giving up those 2 runs, you kind of had to lock it down for those innings you pitched, and you really did. Do you think your momentum just made you more confident as each inning went on?
Yeah, I mean, after the first inning when I got out of it in a 1-2-3, I was feeling pretty confident coming into the next innings, and then after my second and third, I guess it just kept going.
Did you want to stay in?
I would have liked to stay in, but Coach made the right call.
Understandably so.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we are now with Jonathan Chatfield. He, of course, hit the 3-run homer in the bottom half of the third that largely got the Owls to this win today. What was kind of going through your mind through that at-bat?
Pretty much after the first at-bat, I saw a lot of pitches. I saw that he had a flat fastball, and he was mostly going fastball, curveball. So I was like, I'm just going to jump on the first pitch in the zone, and it just so happened to be a little bit up, inside fastball. I was just able to get the barrel to and drive out into the right center field gap.
So that's your second of the year. Those are all of Keene State's home runs so far this year. What do you think is your key kind of to being able to really drive the ball when you get up there? And
well, we talked about it with the hitting coaches, Coach Blood, Coach Lund, Coach Lupa. When I hit one at RPI, the next 2 at-bats I struck out trying to just yank and pull everything out to right field. And today was mainly the approach after I hit the home run was to drive the ball to left field. And more so I'm working on driving the ball left center. And by doing that, it just allows me to be able to turn on those inside pitches and drive the ball over the right field wall when I get the opportunity.
Yeah, you seem to be hitting the home runs for Keene State so far. Do you picture yourself as the power hitter right now?
I'm just going up there trying to do my job and get on base. I'm not looking to just be the star of the team and hit all the home runs. I'm just looking to get on and pass the torch. But, I mean, we got a lot of guys that when they get it going, they're going to be putting some balls out there, definitely.
And you guys were, you were definitely pretty active, I noticed today on the base paths. You're getting some good leads, doing all that stuff. You also came around to score another one of the runs. What do you think you guys overall just kind of did well today, besides that?
We overall, I mean, we had a lot of hits. We were barreling it up, a lot of line drives, not a lot of bloop hits or like check swings. They just happened to beat out. We had a lot of line drives. And defensively, we started off shaky. A lot of us, it's our first game on the Keene State field, and we aren't so used to the field since we haven't really been outside. But, you know, we had to overcome the challenges, the bumps and everything. And by the fourth inning, you know, we just settled in. And overall, a lot of good energy, and nobody gave up.
Yeah, it must have felt pretty good to hit a home run on your, home field today.
Yeah, it felt pretty nice, and it feels nice not having to get on a bus and drive 2 more hours to get back to school.
No doubt, yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much, Jonathan. Great job out there today, and we'll see you in the next one tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
All right, so we're back after those post-game interviews, and obviously a good win today for the Owls. They win 4-3. Big home run there for Chatfield. And,
oh, yeah.
Looking forward to seeing what they can do tomorrow.
I mean, there's no better feeling than hitting a home run on your, home field team, home field. No better feeling than getting a win on your home opener. A lot of good momentum. They're going to need it for a much tougher team with Springfield tomorrow. Looking to have that same sort of output they had today, Maybe we'll see another home run from Chatfield. You never know. But, yeah, seems like they're pretty happy with today's victory, and they're going to take that momentum and build it into more tomorrow.
Yeah, and obviously just happy overall for baseball to be back here. I mean, we'll only get about a month of it here actually at Keene State, but look forward to doing a lot of these games the rest of the year, and definitely had fun doing this one today. So.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Great time.
All right, that's all for us. For Ryan Goodwin, for Cooper Bean. This has been a broadcast of the Owls Media Network. We thank you very much for tuning in.
Thank you.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.